No one can understand English grammar unless he knows what's the meaning of a sentence. And what is the difference between a sentence and a clause? And is there any relationship between a clause and a phrase? So without any further ado, let's get started. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, ever merciful. Hello everyone, nice to meet you again and welcome to L&T Academic Lectures in English Language and Literature. Welcome to the first lecture in the easiest course to learn the most difficult English grammar. Grammar has been widely acknowledged to be the framework upon which all ideas within a given language are hung, and the cement by means of which all words within a given language are tightly bound. That's to say, grammar is the backbone of any given language. Since we couldn't imagine any society operates without any social rules, by the same token we couldn't imagine any language could operate without any grammar system. That's because grammar means a lot for individuals and communities. And that's why grammar means a full understanding of the actions and the world around us, effective communications, a good job opportunities. A sentence in English grammar used to be defined in different ways. So it has a notional definition, a formal definition, and a grammatical definition. So it used to be traditionally defined as a group of words that express a complete thought. However, this definition has many problems because when we come to the idea of a complete thought, we will discover that that complete thought might not be achieved unless I reach the entire discourse, the end of the entire discourse. So sometimes I couldn't reach the complete thought unless I have the end of the detective story, for example, or the end of an essay, or the end of a book. And on the other hand, I could achieve that complete thought within the framework of one word or two. And that's what couldn't be considered a complete sentence. For example, if I have the answer by saying yes or no for a yes-no question, actually I could achieve that complete thought by this single one word. So when I say, for example, will she participate in the party? And someone else says, yes. The word yes, or even the word no, gave me a complete thought. However, I couldn't consider this word as a complete sentence. Of course, here in the answer by saying yes or no, there is a lapsus. Just to say, I fully understand the meaning of the word yes and no by yes, she will participate, or no, she will not participate in the party. However, I got the complete thought by this one word. And that's what makes us trying to seek a more reliable definition for a sentence in English grammar rather than that notional definition. And that's why we have to do away with that traditional notional definition of a sentence and seek more reliable formal definition of a sentence. So, what's the meaning of a formal definition of a sentence? According to the formal definition of a sentence is an independent grammatical unit which is composed of at least one clause. Then we come to the new term clause, which makes the meaning, understanding the meaning of the sentence dependent upon understanding the meaning of a clause. A clause is a grammatical unit which is composed of a subject and a finite verb that agrees with its subject in person and number. Okay, that needs a bit more explanation. When we come to the idea of finite verb, we must understand that according to the conjugation as a criteria for classifying English verbs into modals, which are 13 in numbers, and the rest of English verbs, which are considered the whole verbs beside the modals. The modals are 13 in numbers: will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought, used, dare, need. All of these are considered one category because they are modals, they are not completely conjugated verbs. When we come to the completely conjugated verbs, which are supposed to be 5 conjugations: infinitive, present simple tense, present participle, past simple tense, past participle. Out of these 5 conjugations for any fully completely conjugated verbs, we have 3 are non-finite verb and 2 finite verb. The present simple tense and the past simple tense are finite verbs. However, infinitive, present participle, past participle are non-finite verbs. As I said, the finite verb is the verb from which I can infer, I can deduce the tense. For example, she speaks English. This is a sentence because it is one clause. So, it is a clause because it is composed of a subject, she, and a verb, finite verb, speaks. And explaining the meaning of finite verb, yes, she as a subject is a third singular pronoun, personal pronoun. And speak here is a finite verb because the form of speak is in the present simple tense. And at the same time, it agrees with the subject as a third singular pronoun in the idea of adding s. And that's what's meant by subject-verb agreement. This makes us consider the meaning of a phrase in a contrast to the clause as a word or a group of words that has no verb or has non-finite verb. And as I told you, there are 3 non-finite verbs: infinitive, present participle, and past participle. An example: so if I say I, or she, or Ahmed, or Daisy, these are components of a sentence. If it stands alone, this means they are phrase. So, if I have more than one, for example, an active student, just a phrase. If I say an active student with green jacket, this is a phrase. So, phrase is a word or more than one word, whatever the length of or the number of these words. The most important point is has no verbs or non-finite verbs. The elements a student must pay attention to here in this definition is that number 1, a clause is a part of a sentence. They might be equals when I have the sentence is a sample sentence. Number 2, a clause must have one of the English 12 tenses. Just to say, a clause must express a tense. Number 3, a clause must have what's known as a subject-verb agreement. So you say, I must have this subject that agrees with the verb in a matter of person and number. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you soon again in another academic lecture, inshallah. And never forget, if you found this video helpful, to give it a big thumb up, to press the notification bell and stay tuned to get everything new, and share the video to help others. And have a good day. Goodbye.